Lesson 21. 21st lesson. The students talk together on likes and dislikes. Scene: Mr. Priestley's study. Characters: Mr. Priestley, Frida, Pedro, Jan, Hob, Olaf, Lucille. Mr. Priestley: good morning. We will have a general talk this morning with all of you taking part. What things in life do you dislike? Come on, I want to hear your ideas. Frida: will you begin, please? Frida: well, I don't quite know what to say, but, to begin with, I don't like London. I am tired of London. Pedro: I remember, sir, a sentence of Dr. Johnson's asterisk, when a man is tired of London he is tired of life. Johnson and Dickens and Shakespeare, at least in his youth, certainly liked London. Dr. Johnson, 1709–84, was a famous English writer and dictionary maker. Jan: oh, London's all right, but there are too many people, too many cars, too many buses, too many taxis, and too much noise. Mr. Priestley: yes, but, on the other hand, there are good libraries and museums and theatres. I know that you are fond of Shakespeare, Jan. And in one or other of the theatres there is always a Shakespeare play. Noise. Jan: yes, I like Shakespeare's plays, and the library certainly helps me with my work, but when I have time, I like to get out of London and walk in the country and swim or play football. Mr. Priestley: what do you say to that, Frida? Frida: I agree with Jan. I like London for some things, but after a time I get tired of it. My home is a quiet little place in Switzerland among the mountains, and when I am in the noise of London I always want to be among the mountains and the trees. Or at some quiet seaside place. There are some lovely ones in England, with the sea and the yellow sand and the sunshine. And in summer when London is hot and burning. Hob: I say, sir, I know a song, London's Burning. Can I sing it? It begins, London's. Mr. Priestley: wait a minute, Hob. You can sing your song at the end of the lesson. But I want to hear the others speak now. Lucille: do you like these quiet places? Lucille: I certainly do not. I feel half dead in them. I know these quiet seaside places with miles of sand and no one on it except me, 2 or 3 noisy children and an old man or 2. I once stayed at one of them, but only once. Never again for me. There was one small hotel with a sad-looking waiter. We had uneatable cabbage every day and undrinkable coffee every evening. The people in those places all go to bed at 9 o'clock because there is nothing else to do. Mr. Priestley: well, Lucille, we certainly know what you don't like. What do you like? Lucille: I like gaiety in life and fun. I want to meet people, young and gay and interesting people. I like good hotels, with good food and good wine. I like theaters with bright music. I like flying, and motoring, if the car is a fast one. Mr. Priestley: what do you say, Olaf? Olaf: I don't dance, and I don't want to dance. I enjoy going to the theatre when there is a good play there, a play by Shakespeare or Shaw or Galsworthy. I don't like bright, musical rubbish. I like people, people with ideas, people with character. But I don't like a lot of people altogether. I love walking and climbing. Jan and I walked in Scotland last year and climbed the mountains there. Jan: yes, we enjoyed that holiday very much. We are going again next year, just the 2 of us, but not in a car and, above all, not in a fast car. I want to see the country. And you can't do that in a fast car, you can only do that when you walk. Olaf: I hate cars with their noise and dust and smell. Mr. Priestley and Pedro: what do you say? Pedro: It is very interesting to hear these different speakers and different ideas. I like the mountains and the quiet seaside for a time, for a week or two perhaps. But after that I feel that I want to see men and women, not just trees and mountains and sea, and so I come back to London or Paris or Vienna or Warsaw, to Rio de Janeiro or Buenos Aires. There I find what I want, the really enjoyable things of life, interesting people, books, good music, good plays, good pictures. Those are what I like. Hob. Oh, talking about pictures, I like going to the pictures, and I like eating and drinking and sleeping and jokes. I think that is all, at least, I can't think of any other things just now. The pictures equals the cinema. Conversational. Jan, don't you like coming to this class? Hob. Oh, yes, I like coming here, and I like going away from here. What I don't like is being here. Can I sing my song now, sir? Mr. Priestley, very well, Hob. I told you that Hob wasn't polite. Hob, thank you. The name of the song is London's Burning. It is a particular kind of song. They call it Around. This is how you do it. Two singers, Olaf and you, sir, sing the first line. Then, when you are at the end of that line, two others, Pedro and Lucille, begin at line 1, and you and Olaf go on with line 2. When Pedro and Lucille are at the end of line 1, and Olaf and you at the end of line 2, then Frida and Jan sing line 1. Then as Olaf and you get to the last line, I sing the first line. So all of us are then singing 4 different things. When we get to the end of the song, we go to the beginning again. Is that all right, Mr. Priestley? Yes, I think so. Here it is on the piano, plays. Now then, begin. They sing, London's Burning, etc. London's burning, London's burning. Look yonder, look yonder. Fire, 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 fire. Pour on water, pour on water. London's burning. Around. Comments on Lesson 21. Past tense of regular verbs. Regular verbs form their past tense by adding ed or d to the present tense. You have examples of this in Lesson 21, e.g. Shakespeare liked London, present tense, like. I stayed in a quiet place, present tense, stay. We walked in Scotland and climbed the mountains, walk, climb. We enjoyed that holiday very much, enjoy. Here are all the regular verbs from Lesson 1 to Lesson 21. 1. In all these verbs the pronunciation of the ed is id. Present, past, act, acted, consist, consisted, count, counted, need, needed, depend, depended, end, ended, repeat, repeated, taste, tasted, wait, waited, want, wanted. 2. In all these verbs the pronunciation of the ed is d. Present, past, agree, agreed, answer, answered, bathe, bathe, believe, believe, burn, burned, clean, cleaned, close, closed, study, studied, please, pleased, play, played, question, questioned, remember, remembered, hammer, hammered, learn, learned, love, loved, listen, listened, live, lived, manage, managed, move, moved, nail, nailed, open, opened, sew, sewed, stay, stayed, carry, carried, telephone, telephoned, show, showed. 3. In all these verbs the pronunciation of the ed is t. Present, past, box, boxed, cook, cooked, cross, crossed, dance, danced, kick, kicked, look, looked, place, placed, practice, practiced, dress, dressed, finish, finished, help, helped, smoke, smoked, talk, talked, thank, thanked, work, worked. Exercises. Exercise 1. Put in the missing words. 1. I want to hear your. 2. When a man is of London, he is of life. 3. In London there are too many, and too much. 4. But on the other, there are good libraries in. 5. At one or other of the theatres there is always a Shakespeare. 6. I like to get of London and walk in. 7. My home is a little, in Switzerland, the mountains. 8. I feel half in these quiet places with, of sand and no one on it, me. 9. We had cabbage every day and coffee every evening. 10. I don't like bright, musical. 11. I like G, to the pictures and E, and D, and S. 12. I like C, to the class and I like G, away from here. Exercise 2. Name. 1. 3 noisy things. 2. 3 quiet things. 3. 2 noisy places. 4. 2 quiet places, and write a sentence about each. Exercise 3. Name 6 things that you like and 6 that you dislike. Exercise 4. Say what the following people said in lesson 21 to 1. Mr. Priestley. 2. January 3rd. Frida. 4. Lucille. 5. Olaf. 6. Hob. Exercise 5. Use each of the following words in a sentence. 1. Noise. 2. Library. 3. Museum. 4. Home. 5. Place. 6. Among. 7. A play. 8. Sand. 9. Except. 10. Uneatable. 11. Bust. 12. Dead. 13. Gaiety. 14. Certainly. 15. Interesting. 16. Food. 17. Dance. 18. Rubbish. 19. Enjoyable. 20. Piano. Exercise 6. Describe how to sing around, i.e. a song like London's Burning. Exercise 7. Write at home about 6 sentences describing 1. A quiet place among the mountains. 2. The seaside. 3. A noisy street. Dictation. Some people like quiet places among the trees and the mountains or by the seaside. There they can get away from the noise of buses and cars, of trains and people. They think that they can only get the really enjoyable things of life there. Other people like to be in big towns, where there are libraries, museums, theaters, music, good food, good wine and interesting people. They don't feel happy when they are away from these things, and after a week or 2 they want to get back to them again. Exercise 8. A story without words. Silence, please. Picture 1. Here is Mr. Thompson leaving home in the morning, and saying goodbye to his wife and family. How many children has he? How many boys? How many girls? Is the oldest, youngest, one a boy or a girl? Picture 2. This is where Mr. Thompson works. Is a library the same thing as a bookshop? Do they sell books in libraries in England? Picture 3. What does the notice silence mean? Picture 4. What are the 3 men at the table doing? Are they being silent? Mr. Thompson is beginning to look angry. Picture 5. Mr. Thompson is very angry. What is he pointing at? What do you think he is saying? Picture 6. Are the men talking now? They are certainly not. They are reading silently. Pictures 7 and 8. Who are coming into the library now? What are they doing? Does Mr. Thompson like this? Picture 9. What is Mr. Thompson doing? Is he speaking to the women? Is he standing up or sitting down? Picture 10. Who are coming into the library now? Are they walking in? Where do you think they are from? What time do they come out of school? Look at the library clock. Picture 11. Mr. Thompson is sending them out of the library. How long were they in it? Picture 12. Mr. Thompson is looking pleased. Why? Look at the clock. Picture 13. He is leaving the library and is on his way home. Picture 14. Here he is home again. Do his wife and children look glad to see him? Picture 15. Mr. Thompson is at home. What is his wife doing? What are his daughters doing? What are his sons doing? What has Mr. Thompson in his hand, in his mouth? What is he doing? Is there a notice saying silence in this room? Is there silence in the room? Could you say in one word what there is? Does Mr. Thompson look angry or unhappy? For picture 15 you will need the new words piano and drum. Now tell, or write, the story of silence, please.